It's like comparing me with you. The power to weight ratio is insane. 541 brake horsepower per ton there. That's Bugatti Veyron temperature, you know it. This is going to crush you guys like beetles under its feet.
Soon our cars started to draw a bit of a cloud. So the producer said we should leave the town and go for a little drive in the country.
You are probably sitting there thinking, well, God, why would I spend £228,000 on a car with no airbags or anti-lock brakes made in Leicester?
Wait, no airbags? That car can't come to the U.S. Well, the Koenigsegg is like they make Nobles all year round, guys. Koenigsegg's only make a couple of years, so technically Koenigsegg's the only car that breaks the rules. But technically, Noble, I don't know how many cars Noble makes a year. Koenigsegg only makes like 10 or 3 of them a year. That's it. Like Koenigsegg 20-some car, like 30 cars a year, and that's it. I mean, Koenigsegg and Bugatti Veyron are like the same way. Made hands by cars by hand, mostly by hand. Bugatti and Koenigsegg make all their parts in house.
Maybe really anal attention to detail will have a charm of its own. Let's see.
James and Richard can make as many arguments as they want, but the fact is this: they're driving about in virgin coma. It's not the real thing. This is the real thing. Lamborghini invented the supercar with the Miura, the world's first mid-engine speed and dream machine. I mean, yes, this is the most expensive car here, £250,000. But who cares? It's a dream car. You don't dream about going to Fyne or Bridlington. You dream about going to Tahiti.
Too far.
Actually, Tahiti's terrible. I went there once. It was full of Americans looking at dolphins.
Never been to Tahiti, and they're going to go to Tahiti.
Half an hour later, we were told to bring the tax in our cars and pay careful attention to the challenge we were about to receive.
Hang on a minute. You will now see which of your cars can achieve the highest speed. Well, that'll be mine. It's as simple as that. It's the fastest. How fast your car can go is not relevant. It's how fast you dare drive it.
Well, the location for this challenge was the Nardo test track, a banked 8-mile circle of tarmac so vast it can be seen clearly from space. No car can achieve its true top speed here because it's one endless corner. But it is one of only 2 or 3 places in the world where they can get close.
Directions where you, in a direction you can.
Lamborghini and McLaren had both sent technicians to make sure their cars, and especially the tyres, could handle the vast heat of constant high-speed cornering. But as for Richard and his car from Leicester, the Noble not have a workshop here.
Not a workshop, no.
I suppose if we were doing this at Mallory Park, they'd send Jeff over, maybe it's me.
I've done it, it's all right. All 4 tyres are the same makes. But there's air in them. That's...
James and I were feeling fairly confident until we started chatting to a man called Max Venturi, who is one of Lambo's test drivers.
We do a lot of testing here, but we don't do too much the top speed because it's very bumpy. You could jump from one lane to the other lane, so it's and also today is windy, so you need to take care about the wind as well.
What do we need to tack?
Because speedometers are never absolutely accurate, the producers fitted each of our cars with high-tech telemetry so they could see how fast we were really going. And then we were sent onto the track for a spitting round.
Oh, it was noon. It was 11 o'clock. Coke doesn't taste right. Is this Coke weird?
My car is the fastest top speed, 225 miles an hour.
Ew, shit. This January 11th. This Coke is expired. It expired January 11th of this year. Tastes a little bad. But it's Coke, it has carbs, so it's still good.
That's all Blue-blooded, real horsepower. Thanks to emission regulations, this is probably the last V12
Nope.
engine that will ever be made. From now on, they'll have to be smaller and turbocharged like they are in the Noble.
Yeah, back in it, guys.
My engine is the smallest. It's a 3.8 litre V8, but it has the highest specific output. That is, of all the engines here, it produces the most bhp per litre because it's been intelligently designed by engineers in Woking, not just put together to impress yahoos.
Those two keep banging on about this has got the engine out of a Volvo XC90. Yes, well, okay, but let's not forget Yamaha make it. They produce some pretty amazing motorcycle engines. A Nobler then straps two turbos to it, so it makes 650 brake horsepower. Well, I say that. I can choose. With this one down there, I can have 450 for road, 550 for track, or 650 for race. I'm going to have the full 650, and I think it's there.
I do have quite a lot of respect for the big jip doing this because, well, the last time we tried to go fast on the test track, it didn't go well. But the sighting lap over, we were told to put some distance between ourselves and go for it. The outside lane. 250 kph.
Yeah, I'm on the bigs.
Max from Lamborghini had warned all of us that it would be too dangerous to exceed 300 kilometers an hour, and all of us chose to ignore it. My foot is hard down now. 300 kilometers. With a bit there, bit of panic.
300 kilometers an hour indicated. I can feel the car jumping.
Every fiber of my being wants me to lift off.
God knows what those tires are going through.
Not hypnotic. Don't look at the line. Don't look at the line.
Come on! This is a little
326 indicated. 327 indicated. 329 indicated. How about 330? 331.
Come on, give me a bit more than 330. Just give me a bit more. A bit more.
This is quick.
I'm so bullshit. I got one baby here sleeping, so it's good to know. I got one baby here sleeping. You alright? Okay, sure.
With the test over, it was now time to find out which one of us had the biggest testes. The top speed of your car is 225 miles an hour.
Yes.
You achieved 204.8.
Oh.
Who have you got?
I've got James's. Yes, in the slow scale. In the slow scale. 200 and 1.6. 217 miles an hour is the top speed of the Lamborghini. You did it at 200 and 4.3. Picking that up again later on.
Now, can we just say, half a mile an hour, that's all there was in it between you and me. Half, if I had just kept my foot down for...
But you lost. Hold on a minute, hold on. I think you'll find you're both lost.
How'd you work that out?
because I got closest to the theoretical top speed of my car, and therefore I have the biggest testing.
No, the challenge was to see who could drive the fastest, and I did. And then afterwards, we refilled the cars, we bring them again to see which had used the least fuel doing it. And guess what? Well, the Lambo did 7 mpg, the McLaren did 8 mpg, and the
Maybe.
Ford did 9. No, wins again. I know. Okay, let's just work out where we are. So
Maybe volume 9.
2 wins for the Noble and for the Lambo. Now let's see.
No, let's not see. Let's do the news. Actually, before we do the news, those of you who
I'll be doing B-Stars today.
will probably remember we left our 3 cars on plinths high in the Himalayas between.
I'll be doing volume 8 of B-Stars today.
And India, so that people passing between these 2 great economic
Which I will.
superpowers would forevermore be reminded of Great Britain.
I'll be doing volume 8 today.
It turns out that the plinths were built on an ancient burial ground.
I'm doing B-Stars today, volume 8,
Came and told us to take them down immediately.
period, and maybe volume 9 as well later on.
That's in the Himalayas.
Yeah, but where are they?
Hampshire. Yes, that's where it is. Anyway, the news.
Later on.
There's a man in the papers this week who has failed his driving theory test 92 times. 92.
I don't want to be rude, but he must be an idiot.
Well, now, interesting you say that. Have you seen the theory test?
I'll have to do one.
No, is anyone here? Have you seen the theory test? Anybody? You have? Because most people, I think, of our age haven't. And none of the questions have anything to do, as far as that work out, with driving. Can I give you some examples, right? You can answer this. An elderly person's ability could be affected because they may be unable to
Eat toffees.
no.
Get an erection.
Wear jeans.
Where's the safest place to park your vehicle at night?
The police station.
I got a picture here. We've got this picture. Right. When this is a real question, okay? You must not stop on these road markings because you may obstruct what?
Landing aircraft.
Yes, I mean, seriously, that is a great. He's managed to fail 92 times on that one.
Those are not questions to pass your driving. Do any of them say, for instance, can you drive a car?
No. I'm in the book now. This is what you buy your teenage child when they learn to drive. At an incident, the small child is not breathing. To restore normal breathing, you should breathe into their mouth. A, sharply. B, gently. C, heavily. D, tenderly.
It doesn't say
Be tenderly up. That's enough time to crash rubbish, so I have to move it on. Otherwise, we'll be here all day.
Let's talk about cars again, if we could. Because the mighty Alfa Romeo, they are reduced now to a full range of cars. They make two cars. That is it.
Well, the Vito and the
Giulietta and the Vito. That is
They
it.
don't make one 500.
Nope, just 2 Alfa Romeos on the market. But that's
Everybody's screaming about mom about something I don't care about. Me and my mom are talking in the living room. You hear him yelling.
Very lightweight, carbon fiber, all sorts of clever technical stuff. Mid-engine, it's only a 1750cc engine with turbocharged, so it will be quicker to the same way, and it looks fantastic.
It's wrong, is what it is. And what Alfa Romeo should make is a small convertible 2-seater, engine at the front, rear-wheel drive, and they could put, I don't know, the
Spider.
Spider's a great name. And then maybe they could get Dustin Hoffman to appear in a film with it to etch it into the world's
Yes, they could do that. They could live in the past, or they could make something modern and forward-looking instead.
No, what I mean,
What if you took that Alfa Romeo and they came up with the original Spider? Well, that's no good. Where's the horse in front of it? It's not going to work. That'll never work. It's modern and forward-looking.
It's not modern and forward-looking.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
they
it.
can go away because I've got something more important to talk about. It's a new Maserati.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the new Maserati 4x4, okay? I mean, it looks fantastic, but there are some odd things about it. Maserati say that unlike any other big 4x4, it has a luxury atmosphere. Because, you know, every time I get in a Range Rover, I always think, oh no, I accidentally got into a cow shed.
Yeah.
And then they say there are no off-roaders that give a sporty feel.
But what about the Porsche Cayenne?
Or the Jeep.
The Mercedes ML60.
BMW X5 is all that.
Or the Jeep.
They're the sort of company that go, you know, we've invented a new type of watch, and look
This is quite awkward, isn't it? Because somebody's going to have to tell him, hey, Maserati, it's been done. It's got to be there.
What I love about this, though, is it's called the Kabang, right? Which, being a Maserati, is the noise it will make the day the warranty runs out.
That's true.
The end of the news, so let's get back to the action. Tonight, for those of you with very short memories, we are trying to answer an important question. Which is the best mid-engine supercar if you don't want a Ferrari 458? James says it's the McLaren MP4-12C. I say it's the Lamborghini Aventador. And Richard says it's the Noble M600.
Yes, and so far, I'm being proved right. It achieved the highest top speed and is the most economical.
But having tested those sort of things, we were then told to leave the test track and drive north to Rome.
So, 3 supercars, lovely weather, drive across Italy. What could possibly go wrong? Certainly, as the day began, the rather smug Hammond was very happy, making up his own little games.
It makes more turbo noise, right? It is addictive. Put the foot down, and lift off.
Turbo noises are sort of for children, you do know that, don't you?
Right, I'm going to come alongside and give you a turbo noise. Drop your window. 3, 2, 1.
It's like indulging a 6-year-old child who's learned a simple card trick.
I hate to say this, but I believe I have clutch or gearbox issues.
Oh dear. Well, I can't understand it myself, because you know when you see the legend made in Leicester,
It's a byword for sort of reliability and quality.
absolutely. What are the other things that are made in Leicester?
Leicestershire cheese.
Big pork pies nearby.
Yeah. What pies are reliable?
Have you tried punching the clutch?
Well, no, because the linkage is to cock as well.
Clearly, the Noble wasn't going anywhere.
Just think a minute. Sorry. When something goes wrong with my car, Richard Hammond always
Helps you.
no.
He doesn't have that. He just gets his car
Right
right.
off. You're right. Yes. Let's do that.
Bye. We were leaving Hammond 200 miles away from Rome, and that made us feel sorry for him. In 2 months, he's been looking forward to driving his Noble right across Italy, but he's only got 30 miles.
Actually, have
Beat up the miles. We got to
Oh, break off your key.
Bloody hell, it's good, this. It really is good. Very clever. It's active, this car. It doesn't have big metal anti-roll bars or anything like that. Everything is controlled by its brake. It works out what each wheel is doing. It can even brake an individual wheel at the corner.
In the olden days, supercars were very, very hard to drive, and the hardest of them all were the big Lambos. And changing gear in a Countach or in the Atlas, you needed 2 hands. This though,
One.
like a Golf. I mean, I'm doing
2,
80 miles an hour now, and it's almost
3.
solid until I can see where I'm
It's
going.
whistle.
I can see
Okay, here we go.
exactly where I'm being.
Over here's whistle.
It's important to
Here's my voice.
at this point, every single thing about this car is new. Body, interior, engine, suspension, everything. It's brand new and it feels it.
My baby boy.
Well, after a 2.5-hour wait, my knight in shining armor finally arrived.
So I'm gonna shut this. That's throughy. You guys don't want me playing on here, but I don't care. I'm taking the time lapse. Oh, that's overkill. I don't speak Italian.
Hi, this is the car. Please talk to me. Please just say hello, or see me even.
He's not gonna tell it.
There's a big tunnel coming up here. The irresponsible thing to do would be to turn the powertrain into naughty track mode and change down unnecessarily. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, what the sound!
Fire! Woo! Fire!
Shame Hammond isn't here to enjoy the moment.
I think it changed his pants. The pants are tight. Paul, I need to toss his pants out one of these days.
Oh, God.
I'm actually not breaking no rules because he can't see nothing. All you can see is my hand, so I can see my stereo.
Into his jacket, and then that's all batteries. Ah! It's like open communication. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, there's a second, guys. He left them. We have 2 hours for a tow truck. Which I didn't know, but in Italy, Sunday's a holiday, which is in Italy, which is pretty neat.
Better and better. That's not a bad thing.
Don't worry, guys. I'm stretching.
It's just suddenly hit me that I'm driving across Italy in a supercar. And I've got another one to look at. Buonasera.
Eccola qua.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you.
Oh, Inglese? Oh, French? Oh, no, it's going on the phone. Oh, no. Oh. Scusa, che ti scambio più fa? Well, that's happened. Still, could be worse. Yeah.
Prepare to look at shoes. This is my special place reserved for continental police.
Okay. Yeah. So it is under 4 hours to run. Just.
What's this guy talking about?
The only problem for them is because today is holiday in Italy.
Interestingly, their only real concern is that we appear to be working on a Sunday. We need a permit for that. That's why Italy's nearly back to work.
Okay.
Eventually, they told us we had to stop working, so we went into Rome. Lovely dinner.
Okay, we'll finish up what we're doing here and go to bed. Someone thought. I don't speak Italian. I don't speak English. It's my language I speak. ACI.
In a workshop on the outskirts of Rome, I found out just what had gone wrong with my motor. This is the clutch assembly.
Ooh, the plate's bad.
The plate.
Ooh, a piece of the clutch plate's
The
missing.
component that failed once that broke, that came away, which is not supposed to happen. Thing is, this is easily replaceable. I mean, Noble don't make these; they're brought in. It's a clutch, but the problem now is because that was whizzing around inside here, that's damaged bearings and shafts and all sorts of things. What's it done to the gearbox?
James
So you need a new
decided
mobile.
The best way we could help Hammond was to go for lunch. And since it was a Monday and we were allowed to do a bit of work, we thought we'd find out which of our
So restaurants open today?
in
Well,
traffic
maybe. I think
markets.
markets. I mean, according to law, markets. Most markets. I think markets are open Sunday. Markets are restaurants. I think since they're filmers, they're different. Since they film, different.
It was Advantage Lambo because the Aventador has sat down. Thank you. Whereas on the McLaren, it's an option. It hasn't been fitted.
Big ass map. I mean,
However, I did have some issues. The first problem is width. It's 5 centimeters wider than a Range Rover. It's very nearly as wide, in fact, as a London bus. But the biggest problem of them all is the gearbox. Flappy paddle boxes work okay on a track, they work okay on the open road, but in town, all of them are useless.
That's why you get a. That's why when you get gearbox, that's when you get a gear shift. You put it right here down the ground. That's why my gear shift would be right here on the ground. The using a flat pet. Up here you got these, and these are not good. But when you have a normal car, the gear shift down here. See here.
I've actually seen one car yet that isn't dense. Look at that one there.
Ooh.
Red light. That doesn't actually mean stop. Not in Italy. It means we're trying a red light now. In a minute we'll try a green one. It's not relevant to the actual traffic flow.
That's neat. If I got move,
What happened to that?
that poor smart car.
What we're now going to do, which is quite cool, really, turn onto the Via Appia, the ancient Roman road, and the suspension with its no anti-roll bars and its intelligent computer is doing quite well. Excellently, in fact.
Who's needed using that middle bit? Yes. That's the ticket.
Now you see, I didn't actually think it would get quite that Roman.
Cobblestones. Cobblestones.
I'm going to be overtaken by a smart car.
By this stage, I'd worked out why no one was using the middle bit.
It's a tram line.
On a railway line. Now, what are we going to do?
What's wrong, Whistle?
Yeah, now,
What's wrong?
Going down a, yes, I'm now driving down the railway line. You can see from the cafe.
Restaurante Nino, Via Appia.
There are no restaurants around here.
Yeah, the ground clearance is very poor. Okay.
Talk to a person that has his restaurants around here.
After a
There's-
short drive through a bit of history, well, not all bloody night. We were both near our destination.
I'm so close.
Come here, Whistle. Come here. Okay.
Now the restaurant is close to 30 metres. There it is. All I had to do now was park.
Okay, just want to see how far. Okay. Ooh, that's working good. Ugh. Ooh. No effects of supercars. Just that they're not good on the road. Ugh.
Arseholes.
Parking. It's the easiest thing in the world, reversing a Lambo. You just get out of the car to do it.
Can I go there? Why can't I go there? There's no light.
James May, get ready to lose.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Whistle?
Have you seen a very long
Wrong?
man, an idiot? Yeah.
Come here, Whistle. What's wrong? What's wrong?
After lunch, which I didn't bother with because I was paying, we decided to help Richard some more by going shopping. And then we got a bit of a surprise.
That's Hammond.
No, but it's not. That's a different car.
No, actually, God, look, this is still wet. Don't lean on it.
I painted it, and then you thought I'll put the steering wheel on this side.
No, it's always been on that. You were looking at me in your rearview mirror.
That is, you have changed cars. Hammond,
What? Oh, you're joking. Come on, this isn't my car. Mine's red.
if you haven't caused the stir,
Buongiorno.
why do people have come to see us? Is that first to everywhere? I mean, is that first to camera, not say anything?
No, I know you could see me. I couldn't. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, can I just ask, how did a tiny little company like Noble get another car out there so quickly? And be serious, right? Be serious.
Seriously, they drove it. A bloke drove it from the factory overnight all the way from Leicester to Rome in one hit. Of course, that's what I call service. Certainly, sir, we'll send you another car.
But it is Nobly, it will send you the other car.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will pick that up later on. Now, though, it is time to put a star in our reasonably priced car. Let me list some songs. I'm Not in Love, Wichita lineman Lady in Red. My guest tonight hasn't recorded any of those. And that's because he's from an organisation called the Black Eyed Peas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Will Dot, I-Dot, and Dot!
I'm gonna change this because I don't want. I don't like this guy. I'm gonna change it.
Well, let's get back to our big supercar test. So far, we've established that my Noble is the fastest and the most economical.
The most unreliable.
Yes, fine.
And we've also established that the McLaren is the best around town, and that Jeremy's big idiotic Lamborghini hasn't actually won anything.
Nothing. Zero. Nil. Zilch. Out.
The square root of Jack.
Nothing. We've established that. Let's move on because it's time now for part 3, in which we 3 must face the most dangerous thing we've ever done.
As we headed north to our date with Destiny, we started to think a little bit about how our cars compare to the Daddy.
Ooh, postman come by.
Which would you rather have, a Benz or a Ferrari 458? And I said, well, the Ferrari. I mean, it's the obvious choice, but now, no. I have this. I know a Ferrari 458 is just a technical masterpiece and it looks wonderful, but this has got something the Ferrari doesn't have. It has a character. It's got a big dark orange dog. Everybody loves a big dark orange dog.
I already have the McLaren.
It's won me over completely. It's not just the best car here, it's better than the Ferrari 458. For me, it's one of the best cars in the world right now. I absolutely love it. It moves like a race car, but without the impracticality and discomfort. And yes, they're a small make in the UK that nobody's ever heard of. Well, at one time, so was Mr. Pagani making his own. So that's
Pagani is here. So Pagani and McLaren are both made in the UK.
This is brilliant. I've really, really grown to like it.
Well, actually, no. Correction. Let's see here. McLaren, Noble, and Lotus are made in the UK. Aston Martin's made in the US now. Yeah.
I don't know. The Ferrari, I think the gear change
Yeah.
feels a bit crisper. Everything feels a little better defined.
So McLaren,
It's
Noble,
a bit
and
different. I can't explain it.
Lotus are made in the UK. Those are 3 supercar companies. Made in the UK, you cannot get. I don't think you can get a Noble in the US yet.
The destination turned out to be a racetrack called Imola,
Ooh.
where after a quick change, we were told to report to the pits for a challenge. You will now lap the circuit attempting to beat the time set by a Ferrari 458.
Who's driving the 458?
Says here he's not the Stig, but he is the Stig's Italian cousin.
Ooh. Looks like the Stig Italian cousin
Bunga Stig.
had 3. I think the Italian Stig was having sex with 3 girls at once. Woo! Italian Stig.
What's he been doing?
Oh man, I can Stig. It's like Stig William.
He left the driving and posted a daunting time of 1:56.6.
Wow. Under a minute.
Before trying to beat
Under 2 minutes.
we thought it best to spend a little time learning how our cars behaved on a proper racetrack.
That's a good idea.
That gear change in track mode is absolutely
I would do the same thing too.
savage. Ride that turn. Four-wheel drive system is breathtaking.
I need to get up real quick.
The power's constantly moving
It's
around.
5 or it's 6. It's 4 or 6 ahead is what I want to watch.
He's got the grip you need. The thing is, I have carbon brakes which will not fade. Poor old Hammond has got steel brakes which will.
Focus, smoothness.
They don't say.
I like this. You know,
Okay, I don't know.
You're just messing about. It's just you and the car.
I might watch some later with this. Hey, baby.
Of course,
Hey, baby.
does have a lot of overlays, but Captain's sense of direction
Oh,
things on his mind.
ooh. What's wrong, my baby? Huh? What's wrong, Diamond? Look, Diamond. Look, Diamond. Look. See? That's you.
At the end of the day, we knew the circuit and we knew our cars.
You alright, Diamond?
But still, we were not feeling even
That's you.
remotely confident
Oh,
because this is Imola, one of the most dangerous tracks on earth. It's narrow, fast, and ringed with unforgiving walls and trees.
I love you.
Nick Heidfeld, Giancarlo Fisichella, Kimi Raikkonen.
He's still living.
At some point in history, every corner here has claimed the ego of a big name.
Kimi Raikkonen's
And
still
some
living.
corners have claimed even more than that. After Senna's death in 1994, changes were made to the track to slow the cars down. But even so, if we were going to beat that Ferrari, we
Well,
were still
Kimi Raikkonen's still living. He still races still.
at nearly 200 miles an hour.
My Maxie is not here. This is my Diamond. Hey, Diamond. What's wrong, Diamond, huh? How's my Diamond doing, huh? You doing good, huh?
You
I love you, Diamond.
Juventus.
Can I have a kiss, Diamond?
Tomorrow, you're taking on Woking Town and Leicester City, and everybody in England
I love you,
is
Diamond.
going to want them to win because they're the underdogs. But don't you worry.
You're cute, okay, Diamond? You're cute. You're really cute. When you start getting into your mood, I have to leave you alone.
Yet, but tomorrow, that will change.
You're not going into battle armed with sophisticated computer wizardry. Clever suspension, four-wheel drive, you're just going in with an engine. Do it the old-fashioned way. Underdog or not, I know you've got it in you now. I'd love us to win.
Just remember, as we're going round, and you're despairing of my terrible gear changes and bad apexes and things, you're made by McLaren. You've got the best race pedigree of all these cars. You've got clever suspension, you've got no roll bars, you've got a computer, you can break the wheel for me, you can virtually do it by yourself. All you have to do is humour me a bit. And remember that I'm Captain Slow, or Mr. Slowly, as the Italians call me.
The next morning, we ventured onto this terrifying track to try and beat the
My baby
State's
boy.
156.6.
Oh, my baby boy is so cute. You win. You win. Hey, you know what? I'll leave you alone. But I wouldn't do that for you.
Off the road.
There you go. Nobody fall off the bed. See, I said, oh, I didn't take care of my kitty. You didn't do. I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. Hey, you know what? Win. I'll leave you alone, okay, baby? I'll leave you alone. Okay, you win.
Unusually, we were all taking this challenge very seriously. Oh no, I'm still in turn second.
You win, baby.
We knew we'd have to try even harder if we were going to beat that Ferrari.
Right, come on, mate, you blithering idiot. Avanti.
Avanti! Avanti, my baby boy. I'm not Italian American. So please come out. Oh, my baby boy, he's so cute. Yes, he is. There you go. Oh, okay, you're flicking, so I have to leave you alone. Tails looking at me, I have to leave you alone, right? I'll leave you alone. Okay, you win. You win.
After my brakes had cooled and Hammond had emptied his car of gravel, we went back
Ooh.
for the final attempt to beat the full
What?
boat. And the Lambo is unleashed. Here we go. Come on.
Okay. There you go, baby.
I'm doing this one for Leicester.
Right, these.
Lovey baby boy. My baby boy likes to be a pain. That's Coke, not for candies. Round and round. 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 My kitty's so cute. Yes, you are. Round and round. Do, 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 do. Round and round. My baby boy's so cute. You're smiling at me. There you go, baby. You win. I leave you alone. You win.
Oh. As you go past the pits, the track is not straight, it's a curve. And you don't lift off because the crews, they can hear the engine noise change. So you have to keep your foot hard down.
It was terrible.
And then you're right up. It is about 200 and
Over 200.
over 200. All three was doing over 200. That's faster than a Formula One car was going through there. Then they could only do about 180.
I don't know, I could have my eyes shut.
Anyway, it is time now to reveal who was the fastest of the three of us. Richard Hammond.
I did it in 2 minutes and 3.3 seconds. That's the best I could do.
Mr. Slowly.
2 minutes, 6.4. Yes. And you?
It's so difficult not to look smug at this point.
It's not working.
59.1.
Let me just straighten this out, okay? So, I mean, well done. We gave it everything, each of us, and we still didn't beat the Ferrari.
No.
Well, hang on there, but that's not really strictly relevant because the whole point of this was to see which car you should have if you didn't want a Ferrari.
Yeah, it's the Lambo.
No.
Well, it isn't.
It is the Lambo. No, I admit it's not a brilliant track car because at Nargo its tyres had to be changed. There's a problem there. And somehow it boiled its carbon brakes at Imola. I don't know how it did that, but it is a big daft orange dog, and blue stuff comes out of the exhaust.
No.
What? Look, that Noble taught me more about driving in that one day than any other car I've ever taught. It's about the real and nice
Silence. The McLaren is the closest thing to the 458, which is the best. Therefore, the McLaren is the best car here. It's that simple.
Does blue stuff come out of the exhaust?
No.
Well, there you are.
The thing is, we can't agree.
And actually, we never will. No. And on that bombshell, it is time to end. Thanks very much for watching. See you next week. Good night.
I'm gonna check something again. I'm just killing time, guys. You know me, I like killing time. Okay. Thank you to Formula One Imaging Team. Administration, 1983. Thanks to Formula One images from 1983 through 1994. The Formula One Formula One Image Administration Ltd. Pitch photos from 1983 to 1994. Okay, so it's still around. They're just showing pictures from that day, from those days. Okay. BBC Radio 2. NASCAR.
Tonight, I do a skit. Richard steals some tyres, and Jane gets kicked in the face. Anyway, we must do the news. We're starting with the Institute of Advanced Motorists. You know the ones?
Oh, yeah, no.
They're the ones who... No, they said that you don't cross your hands on the steering wheel. You've got to shuffle it like that.
Never drive one-handed. They don't like that.
Is anyone here in the Institute of Advanced Motorists?
Like you're going to confess it.
Yeah, the Institute. So you do this. Did you drive down here today like this?
Passenger. Oh, knock yourself out then.
Has launched a new thing called Drive and Survive.
Well, rather than drive and die.
Drive and Survive, okay? And the idea is, okay, what they've got is...
Put one hand on the steering wheel, put one hand on the shifter. You put a hand on your head, put a hand on the wheel, put a hand on the shifter, put a foot on the clutch, put a foot on the gas.
Turn off your stereo. You can often hear something before you can see it.
Well, lampposts actually make a very soft cooing sound.
I once heard like a squelching sound and then a pop, but that was the neighbour's cat.
Can we move on?
Yes.
I have some news. There is a new Dodge Viper being announced, and apparently it's going to employ Fiat technology on it, which is...
But what I mean is there's a new Dodge Viper and it won't work properly. Is that basically
Well, as you said that.
I suspect that Dodge are a little worried about the styling they've chosen because this is the photograph they sent. It doesn't tell you a lot, does it?
Maybe it's shy.
Hey, now, you know...
It is shy.
Sometimes
They stopped making the Viper. Actually, they stopped making the Viper recently.
actually bigger than...
I found out they stopped making the Viper. So from 1992 to 2011, they made the Viper. So from 2011, from 1980, the Viper was made from 1992 to 2000 and something. And they stopped making the Viper now.
Who's obviously used this great thing as an inspiration for their new Prius camper van. Here it is.
A Prius camper van? Oh, that's just wrong.
It is. You've got a double bed in the back and then another one in that growth. That is not a car that you could talk to at a party unless you were looking at something else, is it?
Oh, yeah, I had a car.
Now look, I've got news from Renault. They've got a new car. I've got a picture of it here. It's called the Influenza.
It's electric. Wait, I just remembered. PSA and Chrysler merged.
As you can see,
PSA and Fiat Chrysler and PSA, who make Renault and Citroën, are working together now. I think, wait, do PSA make Citroën? I don't remember. But Renault is now going to be merging with Chrysler, the Chrysler Fiat. So we're going to have some more cars. But that means we might be able to see Renaults in the U.S. We don't have to wait 25 years for a Renault. We can get Renault now. I'm worried they'll actually let us get Renaults here in the U.S. because I know they're hard to come by out here. I mean, you can't get Renaults here. Wait, correction. It won't be Renault. It will not be Renault. It will be... Oh, it'll be Peugeot. I'm a Peugeot driver. I don't like cars. I'm a Peugeot driver. I don't know how to drive. I don't like cars. That's what Peugeot drivers are like. Peugeot makes some pretty good cars, okay? Peugeot did make a couple good cars back then. Now they don't make nothing.
And they just go along the street locking people's bikes up. Why would you do that? Because it's funny.
No, but you do. It is because you do it, and then I did this with Robert Cook on your York Station in 1978. If it was your boss, I wouldn't notice that. But you can look it up and then you hide behind some wheelie bins and wait for them to come back because they take their own lock off going, oh yes, my bicycle's good. And they run off and go dunk. And they're like, oh, I didn't put that on.
People are watching. They're getting the idea.
Yeah, no, but don't do this, children, 10-year-olds and 52-year-olds, if you're watching. We're not condoning
52-year-old
children with bicycles that way. Or indeed unplugging people's electric car because when they come back and find the range just says 2, it's not funny.
We're not saying you should do that.
No, you shouldn't.
We're just saying you can do it. Last week, we revealed that the police were claiming that driving under the influence of a cold remedy is the same as driving under the influence of cocaine. Now,
Cocaine?
Because I've got a cold that I haven't mentioned. I drove down there having taken some Davis. And I
Dayquil.
without incident.
Is it making very boring and overly confident artist?
No, I'm always that. So I was that anyway. So I'm just letting you know, day nurse and driving are okay. I made it.
What?
That subject, actually, last week, you agreed you were going to challenge James to do a lap of the track. You would be sewing on a button at the same time as driving. You probably didn't do 2 things. He would be in sleeping bag.
Yes, and you would be giving yourself pleasure.
Well, Rose, over the Ross, so are we going to have our race we did promise?
Yeah, I forgot the sleeping bag, so.
Oh, mate, I've been practicing all week.
I promise we will do our sleeping bag sewing a button on and Hammond race before the end of the series. Moving on, Mercedes SLS.
Oh!
I'll tell you that it's too big and too stupid.
It is.
It is.
No, it isn't. It is a superb car. And as far as I'm concerned, there is only one thing wrong with it. It's doors.
That's 2 things. Well, it is. It's 2 doors.
Thank you, Hammond.
It's cute though. It's cute. I actually like the original.
People will think the dual-wing doors hark back to the magnificent 300 SL from 1954. But I suspect they won't think anything of the sort.
I wouldn't mind seeing one from 1955.
What they will think as you pull up and get out is a massive show-off. And there's another problem with gull-wing doors as well, because if you run the car, how do you open them to get out? You're trapped in there, soaked in petrol, burning, screaming. Now, to prevent that from happening, Mercedes has fitted the hinges with explosive bolts that are designed to fire if the car goes upside down. So these doors, then, what they are heavy, unnecessary, embarrassing bombs. Now, however, there is a solution. The SLS Roadster. A car which offers all of the coupe's thrills without leaving you purple-faced with embarrassment every time you get out of it. That is my idea of the perfect car. But it is quite difficult to explain why. First of all, it costs as near as makes no difference £200,000, which means it's in the same sort of price bracket as a Rolls Royce. And with a Rolls Royce, you get more car. Of course, with this, you get the magnificent Jack Hammer 50 cal AMG soundtrack. But if that's all you want, why not buy a much cheaper C-Class? This four-door saloon makes exactly the same sort of racket. A quarter of the price. Of course, you may say, aha, but I like being exposed to the elements. I understand that. Well, I'll let you into a little secret. Once you're doing 70 miles an hour in a convertible, all you really notice is the wind brushing through your hair. Nothing about the car at all. The wind is an all-consuming thing. So, 70 miles an hour feels exactly the same whether you're in this, or this, or this. Let me put it this way. When you're being attacked by a lion, it doesn't really matter whether you're in a bungalow or a mansion. Being attacked by a lion is the main thing. Of course, at this point, he may say yes, but I want a big V8 rear-drive sports car. So what's wrong with this? The big V8 rear-drive Jaguar XKR? It's very similar to the Mercedes, except that to my eye, it looks even better and is less than half the price.
Okay, guys, I'm just trying to get some stuff done with it. I mean, I know I have filler put on YouTube right now, which I really don't care what I'm doing. I'm putting filler on YouTube right now, but you know what? I'm going to play some city game later. I'm gonna put Tyler. You can leave this video on, Tyler. Want to? Yeah, I know I could, but I'm not going to. Okay, I don't like it.
Because it is now time to put a start.
We may be in a spot of economic bother at the moment. However, Rolls-Royce, Bentley, and Aston Martin are
Hello?
enjoying record
Guys, so yeah.
because of demand from
China!
The thing is, though, that people with Androids are saying
Volvo's made in China!
Chinese are going to stop buying cars, and we will start buying theirs. In fact, if I had £1 for everyone who said, "Oh, soon you'll be driving a Chinese car," I'd be able to
Ah,
buy
felt
a
good.
Chinese car.
And to see if they have a point.
It stinks.
Pop over to Beijing and find out what all the fuss is about.
For the last 50 years, there have been two types of transport in China.
Three types.
If you were chairman Mao, you had a honky red flag armoured limo. If you were not chairman Mao, you had one of these.
Or, if you were really lucky, you had one of these. And even in the early 90s, the idea that you could own a car was complete madness.
Actually, I think we're gonna do it tomorrow. Cars in China.
Even if you could afford it, you weren't allowed to have one. Now, though,
You weren't allowed to drive it. That's not right. Okay, so who's the biggest oil producer in the world? We are. Oh, China's now.
in 1970,
Question, Tyler. So who's the biggest oil producer? Who's the biggest oil producer in the world then?
In 2008, there were 51.
You are. No, not. Us Americans.
And every day that number swells.
We're the biggest oil producers in America.
Somebody buys a new car in China every 2.3 seconds.
To keep up with demand, China's car factories are running at light speed. Last year, the whole of Europe combined produced 16.9 million vehicles. China, all on its own, produced 1.3 million more than that. And it's not just Chinese companies that are cashing in on the boom.
Audi is now making long wheelbase versions of its cars specifically for sale in China and nowhere else. Because in China, space in the back matters more than anything else.
China is now the world's second biggest oil consumer, taking more barrels per day than India and Japan combined. By 2025, the road network will be big enough to cover the whole of the British Isles. All of it. Scottish Highlands, the lot. 20 times over. So where did it all begin? Well, one of the first cars ever to be sold in China was this. The CA6410UA, better known to you and I as the Austin Maestro.
Actually, it's the back end of the Maestro, but the front end of the Montego, and it's powered by a Toyota engine. The history behind this car
Three cars.
is even more complicated. In 1998, the Chinese tobacco company bought the tooling for the Maestro and the Montego so they could be made in China. Now, in order to make them in China, they had to tell the authorities that they were building buses. This car, or I should say these cars, because this is a bit of a cut and shut job, these were terrible when they were being built in Britain. So imagine what they were like when they were being made using worn-out tools by a company that's the Chinese equivalent of Players Number 6. It's just hopeless.
That's like two. So that's like, how cheap is that? That's about two, guys. That's about, I don't know, $2 grand, about two. So it is cheap. That's
Why buy
That's
the
cheap.
rights to make cars?
actually is pretty cheap here in the U.S. too, guys.
We can just
What?
make the
Yeah,
cars we do
it's
want.
extremely cheap here in the United States. What isn't?
Chinese are very
You'd
good
be
at the
surprised. Those are quite
They're
cheap.
now from behind a pair of fake Ray-Bans wearing a fake Armani jacket wearing a fake
Gotta stay up for another hour.
a fake iPad and a fake iPhone. And if we consult my fake Omega, we see that it's 25 to 3, probably, which means it's time to pop into the fake Starbucks over there for a cup of fake coffee. It seems then that the expression copyright infringement doesn't translate terribly well into Mandarin. All of which explains this. It looks like a BMW X5, but actually it's a blatant copy called the Xuan S-CEO HBJ6474Y.
It's a lot of letters.
Then there's this, a copy of the Fiat Panda.
The Fiat Panda's cute.
And this, a copy of
We have those. We call it the Fiat 500X
And this,
or the Jeep,
a
new Jeep.
copy of the Daewoo Tiz.
We don't make those anymore.
You hear about the Lifan motorcycles? Lifan is a Chinese company. They make exact copies of small Honda motorcycles. But to make sure you don't notice, they changed the name on the tag.
What?
Honda. Hongda.
Honda.
Honda.
So on that basis then, is this Mini a Mini?
It would be the Mini, it should be, yeah.
Is it the most...
What's that? The Mini Cooper guy. What's that, Tyler?
It's
It's supposed to be a Mini Cooper.
Someone on the telephone. All seems really blurry facts.
Yeah.
Right, there we are. That's what it looks like.
It is very cheap, though.
How much is it?
£4,100.
That is cheap.
But this Toyota Aygo over here is only £3,500.
It's not an Amigo. That's an FO. That's what it's called. FO. I think that's a coded message to Toyota.
It's 60 today.
Toyota ever decide to sue the fake makers.
But actually, do any of these people ever get taken to court?
BMW sued the people making the X5 and they lost. Yeah, the Chinese government said, look, this is beginning like an X5. I don't know what you're on about.
I need a bigger toolbox.
They look really similar.
No, no,
That's just me.
no, it's just you.
All right, okay.
It's easy to see why they were copying because when they tried to go it alone, the results weren't very good. This tripod is the XF150ZK-4, and naturally we couldn't wait to try it. You see what the... Ah! God! James! On the plus side, we now knew where the engine was. Information that
They didn't launch it.
only about 20 seconds later.
It's cute.
After some local bodging, we were back in and on our way. Wow. Oh, that's reverse. Wait. That's going to north, fifth, second. No, God, that was it. That was fifth, north.
It's gonna look very funny.
Having mastered the gearbox, it was time to open up the single-cylinder 12-horsepower engine.
That's not bad.
Accelerated is definitely exploding. It's like a safety device. It accelerates you while your feet come on the pedal.
Hold on to your spine. I mean, 2004, this car was launched.
If I showed this to you and said, when do you think that was built, when would you have said?
1957.
I would say it was older than me.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow! The cloth
Quality.
quality.
Oh. Come on, redeeming feature, James. Now, what's my redeeming feature?
It's character building.
Because, I mean, this... Oh, no! I think our test drive's over.
Let's see what's on local TV. It's already noon now, guys. Hey guys, it's noon already. 12 o'clock here in 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's almost noon. It's 5 to noon right now, guys, in the U.S. Let's check what's on the guide. Let's see what's on TV right now. Let's check the TV guide. Let's check the guide. Back in the 70s to now, you'd have to use something called a TV guidebook. Yes, they still make them. Oh, okay, college basketball will be on. Ooh, Ohio versus Illinois will be on later. San Diego versus Utah basketball. Ohio versus Illinois. That'll be on at noon too. So let's see here. Soccer. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to watch soccer. There might be nothing else on, so I'm gonna watch it. Illinois versus Ohio. You little shit. You have no right to do that, you little shit. You had no reason to do that. You had no reason to do that, you little shit. You had no reason to do that. Wilson, you had no use to do it. You had no reason to do that for Wilson. Whistle. You little whistle jerk. You had no reason to do that. If she hit the wrong button, I'd lose everything, and I'd be pissed, cat. Wild America.
Okay, I think we're gonna need help rounding up the site.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. Have to get Whistle. What's wrong, Whistle?
But it affected like aerodynamics.
It probably would be learn to compensate for it, right? I mean, really.
This doll sustained a nasty injury when it got caught on a lightning rod. Remarkably, this is not the first time Hope has seen this happen.
I think when you stop and think about it, if they're flying in and say they're just not paying attention, they're looking at something else, though I don't think we realize how sharp the endings of those lightning rods are. It does seem strange that it happens, and I've seen it happen time and again. And they don't just get a few feathers caught, they actually get flesh and bone. It seems very odd that it happens, but it does.
So then he had a large hole in this flap of skin, and we treated it just as an open wound first, just to get the tissue more healthy, and then we slowly started closing it, and it's closed to the point where I think he is releasable. We'll see when if he can fly or not. Better that he just uses it. So,
Oh, are you ready to go?
yeah. So I say to open the door and see what he does.
After 2 failures to watch, Dr. Berry is confident that this release will be a success.
There's hope.
He has observed this bird in the flight cage.
I think Grease 3. Better not sue my ass.
Can you fly?
Okay, guys, I'm back.
That was really cool.
Sounds great.
Grease 2's on at 1 o'clock, hey?
Isn't that?
I need to get some city sillies up.
Closed captioning provided by
The following part.
For skin as alive as you are, don't settle for silver.
Ridiculous. Channel.
Three vitamins.
What's on? What's this?
Nutrition.
I don't know who that is.
Champion for skin.
She's smart. Oh, that's on tonight. Very scary people. There's nothing on, actually, which is surprising. It's noon right now. And there's nothing on. Lost the Prairie. That's all that's actually on right now. World's Dumbest, Due Date. 600 pound on Oprah. I didn't Oprah do that.
You're watching WWNT, News Channel 3. The following program is a paid commercial, which has been paid for by the advertiser, whose products and or services are featured in this program.
Has Been Madness, YouTube.
Following is a paid presentation for J.D. Melberg.
Blue Raven's gonna be. I'm gonna watch it. That's it. I'm gonna go to my channel. Go to my subscribers, and get ready for Hesman Madness. I can't believe I actually looked up, guys. I am subscribed to the channel, so I just have to punch a couple buttons here. Go to that. Here we go. Ooh, I'm gonna watch this. Let's do this real quick. 42. I'll be watching. Christopher. Ooh, went up 44. 45. Okay, guys, I'm staying up. Okay, got 1 hour still. Okay. Watch all of this, and who knows what else. Shower. So I'm gonna work. Okay, guys. See what's supposed to be happening. It's already 12:03. 12:03. I'm gonna check the mail real quick. Since I'm out, I'll go check the mail real quick before the game before it starts. Here's what the stream's gonna be like. I don't know why, but I think my butt's wet from these pants being so warm. But I don't know what I'm saying. I'm being stupid. That's what I'm gonna be. It's gonna be stupid. Okay, so I'm gonna. I was joking. I told my friend that if you put it in the mailbox, it's impossible to get it back. It is.
Bonjour, I am Lucifer. How are you doing in YouTube world?
I'm doing.
Oh yes, yes. Please continue.
I'm doing between YouTube world is a funny thing because the platform is constantly changing. Basically, the landscape is constantly changing.
Yeah, I believe that.
And when the landscape is constantly changing, sometimes it's hard to keep up.
Precisely, Rebecca. And everybody in the chat, please welcome Blue Craven 666. Hasn't been on the channel for a little while.
Like this channel.
Yeah. I've been mainly doing my own thing here and there.
Yes. Okay, right. So let's see what we've got going on. Can you see the chat at the moment? It seems to be moving.
Yep, I can see the chat.
Yeah, Camouflage, Ryan, Frax Girl, Wu-Tang G Guy, Homie, Black Hole, what's it say? Any Deer Hunting. Good. Can I join the voice chat? By the way, why did you delete your Discord server? Oh my god, that's like old news. Okay, so everybody in the chat. Sorry, I've got a bubble in my throat. There we go. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. We are here. We are, ready to take your questions, but we're also gonna like spout rubbish at the same time. So, thank you. I just got a donation there from Marissa White. I subscribe to you both. You're both good. Oh, thank you.
I'm not gonna.
But we are good as well.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Good and evil in our own ways.
Yes. Okay, so where should we start?
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna list this.
Oh, well, we were going to talk about, basically life and, how we manage to deal and give some advice based on what we've experienced because, we saw a lot of growth last year. And,
Same with me.
we both received a lot of questions from fans, basically, how do you do this? How do you do that? How can I do this? And
What is with that van going back and forth like an idiot?
And honestly, there is so much we could go over that cannot just be condensed in a single video without making it hours long.
Precisely. I have a good.
Are you local? You don't live here.
Actually, this might be a good way
You shouldn't be down this road anymore.
So, how and why? What got you into being a YouTuber?
Just for fun. I was in fun.
Oh, that's an interesting story. So it started in the summer of 2015. I was on vacation in Germany. I was obsessed with YouTube. I spent most of my time on it, and I just had this moment of, I could do something like this. And I decided, you know what, when we get home, I'll give it a try, see how it goes. And I started off, basically surrounding it with fan fiction tips and writing tips because that was also something I was obsessed with at that time.
There we go.
My review boxes and in DMs asking about
I
advice.
was
And
like,
I'm
bye.
just well, I don't want to.
I wonder.
I wonder for this person to read. So why not make YouTube videos about it? And then I came out as transgender, so I started making videos about that. And then I basically, just made video topics basically whenever they
I want to
came
try
to
something
me.
here.
Until I finally hit a slump about a year and a half ago where I was just I don't have any more ideas.
Little Willie.
And I don't know what I want to talk about. And honestly, I'm wondering if it's worth it anymore because 4 years and I only gained 200 subscribers. And I was just maybe it's time to lay this to rest. Maybe it's time to stop.
Okay,
So
bye.
I took a bit of a break. And then Has-Been Hotel came about, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to tell a few years later.
Is initially you started YouTube based on something you were interested in anyway, that you have a little bit of an insight in, maybe a little bit of information, because people out there might not.
That was stuff about. I know some stuff about her that no one else knows about her.
And you wanted to share.
But I promised her I wouldn't say squat about her little secret.
Knowing that when you went into it, it may not be any gain anyway. So you were doing it for the only enjoyment for yourself. Plus,
you know, it's a good outlet to express.
I got 200 subs, so it doesn't really matter.
For example, I have a music channel as well, right? And there's no point me making music if no one's going to listen to it. So I created a YouTube channel to put my music on it, with no aim other than just to share the fact that I make music and I want people to listen to it. Whether I get 1 million subs or 1 sub a day or whatever. If somebody's listening to the music I've made, then somebody's, you know, then I've done my job. Because I'm going to be selling it now on, because eventually I got to the point where I could sell it. And, you know, my other channel on an advertising platform, that it was more just sharing the, you know, I make music.
This was kind of a joke to Benny Hill.
And it went from there. But
show.
Again, with yourself, Has Been Hotel was something that you were interested in, and you thought, you know, maybe I could do something good. You know, talk about it,
I honestly, it didn't start off with theories. As a lot of like long-time members of my channel know, it started off with character tributes. And obviously, like yeah, my main one was like I was honking obsessed with Alistair at one point, and I was just like, you know, I had like so many like pieces of art saved in my Pinterest profiles and everything, and I was just like, you know, what if I like compiled these into like a video? Because I had done the same thing before with Black Butler, but that really didn't go anywhere either. And eventually I was just like, you know what? One video about this blue Alistair character that I like. And, you know, well,
Since I know it's still on this to him.
Oh, hi, Alistair. Where the hell did you come
from? He pops in every now and then. Stop calling me Lucy. Okay, carry on.
Okay. So, you know, I made like one video about like 2P Alistair, and I didn't really think it was going to go anywhere because it was like, you know, it was a character tribute, and I was just like, this really isn't going to go anywhere. Best case scenario, I get like 32 views and maybe like 1 new subscriber from it. I leave my phone for about 2 hours, come back, check on that video, and see I have over 600 views and over 20 new subscribers. And I'm just like, wait, this is a new feeling. What's happening?
Well, see, that's kind of it's kind of a similar thing that happened to me. Again, people always ask me this question. They always say, you know, what made you become a YouTuber? Well, with this channel that I'm doing right now, it was a joke. I did it for a gag. A friend of mine does voices on his channel, and he said to me, you know, you're always doing voices all the time. Why don't you do a channel? And I went, I thought about it, and I was like, well, what the hell can I do? I can't do any voices. I can make voices up. I can't do any impressions. I can do a few, but not really that many that are interesting. Yeah, I could do a half-baked Arnold Schwarzenegger or a discount Imperfect Cell from Dragon Ball Z, but and possibly like, you know, a cheap version of the abridged version of Yugi or Yanni Yugi. It's time to duel. Yeah, but that sounds like Lucifer.
Yeah.
But anyway, but so I was in a Discord call and I was talking to a bunch of people and they said, "Oh my, you sound like Zamasu." And I was like, "Oh, well, maybe I'll do that voice then." So I started the channel with Zamasu, and it was fun because, again, I was getting, I don't know, like 20 subs a day, and it was growing entire year because I only put videos out like once every now and then, one every month, one every so months or couple of weeks or whatever. I didn't put them out consistently. And but they were getting views, and I was getting subs from it, and I was thinking, do you know what? If I put more effort into this, do more videos more consistently, and you know, like actually advertise that I'm putting videos on my channel like on a daily basis, I wonder if that would make a difference. And it did.
Oh, for sure.
And I was
To get a hold of me.
And more views. Although
Period.
Again, they weren't going up massively quick. As soon as Has Been Hotel came out, I watched. Because somebody told me about it, because they were going to do a podcast and they wanted everyone to be knowledgeable. And I was like, well, I'll look at it. So I skimmed through it. I watched the first couple of seconds and I skipped it about 10 minutes, then I skipped it another 10 minutes. And I was like, yeah, it looks all right. But then they were talking about like specific things, and I was like, shit, I need to watch this again. So I watched it from beginning to end without skipping any of it, and I was like, holy shit, this is really good. Now I'm not a big fan of musicals.
Right.
I don't mind. I find them a bit cheesy. That's my hands up. I find musicals a little bit cheesy, so I tend, because it's like 1 minute they're like, what? Oh, what are you doing here? Why are you in my house? I didn't invite you. It's like, and then they go, you didn't ring the doorbell. You should have knocked using the knocker. And it's like, oh my. So, I'm not really into the musical side of things, but when I saw it, I thought, I forgot after watching it that it was a musical, because the music elements are very subtle, and I was like, shit, this is all right. And Alistair was my automatic magnet. I was like, oh god, his character is amazing. He's just so suave and so, sarcastic and cool. So
definitely.
Yeah, so the first things I did was, I thought I'd do an experiment. So I did Alistair Reacts. And I did a couple of voices. I didn't have voice changer at the time or anything like that. So I used this site to change my voice into a radio sound. And I did a couple of them. And the thing is, they were so successful that my subs leaped from, I think it was like, from like 1,000 subs to like, I think it was like to 3,000. No, it was, I was at 3,900 subs at the time. It went from 3,900 to like 5,000 in the next couple of months. I was like, holy shit. So I started doing more of that and less of the
little surprise for you.
More of the Hasbro stuff and less of the Dragon Ball stuff, until eventually a phase has been out completely.
Little surprise for you.
Dragon Ball out completely and just focused solely on Hasbro Hotel. And then I thought I'd do some research and found that obviously there was Lucifer was in it, and he didn't have a voice, no voice actor or anything.
Okay, guys, how's everyone doing today? We just subscribed to a YouTuber that I like as a friend. I'm close with his friend, so yeah, I subscribed to a friend close enough too.
And it's the story of the angel. So it started off with,
So yeah, my friend D is gonna be happy to find out I subscribed to his channel.
my name's Lucifer, and I'm a fallen angel. And that was the voice I had originally, but people didn't like it. So
Right there. Oh, it feels so good. Scratch my back, scratch my wrist.
Yeah. So
It's not that bad here, guys. It's quite nice. It just uploading videos is kind of boring, but you do it for fun. Later on today, guys, we will be playing some games. I don't know, maybe we'll play some Forza Horizon later.
Choose which voice you like, and I'll do that.
Yeah, just some Forza Horizon a little bit.
A whole range of voices. Some were like,
I'm gonna put Forza Horizon in a little bit.
And obviously hey, I'm Lucifer. How are you? And that's the one that everyone liked. So from there on, that's the voice I did. So I got the viewers involved. Forza Horizon. With my choice, or their choice rather, because again, you've got to appeal to the fans of the fandom, if you like, of the show, to give them the best content that they want. Because you can do great stuff, but it's got to be appealing to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then the rest
have I ever told you the story of how I got into Hasbro Hotel?
I don't think you have actually.
Okay, so
That is part of it too.
I was browsing Facebook one night, and one of my friends posted a GIF of Alistair. It's that part where he's like in front of Charlie and Baggy, and he says, "If I wanted to hurt anyone here, I would have done so already." And I was just like, I don't know who this character is. I don't know where he's from, but he looks like a character I can vibe with. So I asked him, I was like, who is this character? Like, where is he from? And he got back to me a couple hours later. He was like, I think he's from this show, like Hasbro Hotel or something like that. So I looked it up, immediately came to the pilot, watched the pilot all the way through, and then watched it like 5 more times because I was instantly obsessed. So, Like for a while, like I discovered the show last November or November before November of 2019. And I was just sort of relaxing and enjoying the show. Really wasn't thinking about YouTube. And then, you know, I just had this thought, like I had hit the 2P Alistair part of the fandom, and I was just like, you know, I love this little OC that they sort of made from like Alistair's character, and it's so cute. And it's like, you know, I want to make a video about this. So I just collected a handful of different, you know, pieces of art and comics and stuff. And I made like a brief little video about that. Didn't go about it in the right way because I didn't ask permission to use the artwork. I committed the deadly sin of content creators. I learned my lesson from that because eventually
I've been there.
like, I'll get that into that line, but that video started getting pretty popular. So I was like, okay, you know, people like this. And I decided to make another video about Alistair and compiling artworks from that. And that video got even more popular. And so things just started escalating very rapidly. So I'm just like, you know, maybe I found something here. And for a while, for a few months, I did character tributes. And then I had this sort of moment where I stumbled across a piece that was from an artist who had passed away a few months prior.
Right.
And so, you know, that was sort of my wake-up call. Like, okay, like I would feel like really shit about myself if I just like had this mentality of, oh, well, then I don't have to ask the artist permission because the artist is dead and everything else. You know, I was just like, I don't want to be that guy. So I did a little bit more digging. I found the artist's girlfriend who was active on Twitter, and she was an artist herself. And I got into contact with her, and I was just like, hey, you know, I found this piece of art regarding Husband Hotel from your deceased husband that I really like. May I use it for a video? And she was all for it. Oh, so that, but you know, that was like a sobering moment for me. Like, I was just like, what I'm doing is not right, and I need to do something different. Well, around the same time, a lot of people were asking me about theories that were going around the fandom and what I thought about them, and I was just like, you know, I could probably do something with this.
I'm going to.
So that's where my first Husband
All I
Hotel
do is buy myself a wheelie.
was Alistair or Wendigo, because that was like the most frequent question I got.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I am obsessed with like mythology,
The guy did
monsters, demons, stuff like that. So
don't have a big old cross on the hood.
I need to debunk this real quick. I'm done. So
MASH 4077 logo.
On that, and people loved it.
Pictures of them asterisk
you know, that's when I realized, you know, I've got something here. I can make a series out of this. This can be my thing. And then a lot of people started asking about my OC Raven. Like, what was his story? What was going on with him? And honestly, Raven was not a character really originally. He was literally created in an avatar creator and basically reflected, you know, how I felt about myself. And
I'm gonna make a new logo, guys, in a few weeks.
With my own. However, when I took that hiatus a few years back, you know, he was left with the bleach blonde hair, the ivory horns, the light blue wings, everything like that. And I just looked at him and I was just like, you know what? No matter what, this works. This works. This is fine. It works with the fandom. It works with the
The logo I have on the channel, I might use to open for the channel. I'm doing this. I'm gonna do some YouTube. I'm gonna do some drawing. Guys, what I'm drawing, guys, will not be on the channel anymore.
He does his own thing. And
I think she's a YouTube channel logo.
One of my
switches
friends
to bars.
introduced me to the song "Bullet" by Hollywood Undead.
Nah.
Like, this screams Raven on so many levels.
Oh, that's so.
I can't even. So.
Okay. Someone, I don't have no. I have little to no friends. Who's if you actually friends with her? If I actually met her personally, that'd be great. Yeah. Thanks to you, I actually heard Bullet.
With, you know, my OC Raven.
The logo I'm using right now is an older logo. That's our second version logo we are using.
Outside of YouTube, and you know, a lot of other things. So, I just exploded from there. So
I'm gonna make
we got
ancient
a
Mishko.
train wreck that is currently my channel.
Man, I'm gonna do something else, guys.
Still does the justice that it deserves. It's just like as all YouTubers like know from this. I mean, like with my music channel, I know this is a pattern. I've had the music channel for over 10 years. It's like you get dry spells, and they always happen at the beginning of every year. It's mainly because advertisers don't advertise anything because they've got nothing to advertise. During Christmas, it's like, oh, Christmas presents. During Halloween, all that kind of stuff, fireworks and
It didn't work out as planned. Okay.
You know what? That explains a lot as to why my revenue sucks for this month, because I was just like, am I doing something like wrong? Like, is something like change on YouTube? Like, not as much money is coming in, and I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So I was like, so that explains a lot about what's going on.
Yeah. It's usually what usually happens. It will start picking up again from February, because remember in February we have the lovers' holiday, as they call it. What was it?
So we'll be making no money.
No, wait. Which one is it? Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so Valentine's Day.
I just said that. Thank you, Alistair.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I want a car. But...
Of course I do. Get a big head. But anyway, so as February comes in, when it goes into spring,
So good.
the money and the views and everything start going back up, because what happens at this time of the year is everyone takes a break, and your videos
Small ambulance.
recommended all over the place as much as they did at the end of the
Here
year.
are some pictures
So
that match.
throughout the entire year, it will build up and up and up and up and up and up.
That seems a
Summer
little
is
big.
massively like crazy, and you get like an influx of subs and views and ads and all kinds of stuff. Because in the middle of the summer when everyone's off, everyone's on holiday from school. Most people go on holiday. They use YouTube all the time anyway, and then so on and so forth. So that's pretty much the pattern of how things work in activity for YouTube throughout the entire year. Beginning of the year is always slow. End of the year is always mega hype.
That helps me out a lot, because I was worried for a moment, because I'm just like, if things don't pick up within the next couple of months, I'm probably gonna have to get a part-time job to like supplement my income.
By the way, we had a super chat from Marissa White, $5, and she said, I don't even know if I want to read this. She said, "Can we hear more impressions from you? Maybe Raven 6662."
The thing about Raven's like impressions of him is he's just me, only like 1,000 times ruder. Well, because like I like to say that Raven is me without a filter, basically.
That sounds fair. Well, I can do an impression of the only character that I can voice in Hell of a Boss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see if you can give me your honest opinion. I don't think it's that bad. It's definitely not the best. I've heard better, but I think this is the closest that I can get to a Hell of a Boss character. Okay, so. Why, hello there! It's your robotic Fizerati!
I knew like right off the bat who you were supposed to be, but I think the southern drawl on him might have been a little bit too strong. Maybe that's just me.
Oh,
but other than that, like, lovely.
Thank you very much. Yes. Can you do any impressions of anyone? Any people? Like I said, I can do like a discount Arnold Schwarzenegger. I have to shout. It's terrible. It's that one line that everyone goes, where they're like, "Get to the chopper, come on."
Oh no, that was not good.
Cookie down.
That reminds me, I'm gonna be judged so hard for this.
What do you mean?
This week I watched The Terminator for the first time in my entire life.
What the hell?
Yeah, Like I said, I'm gonna get judged so bad for that. But
I seen the Terminator 1, 2. 1 and 2 are pretty good. 3's all right. 4 sucks. 5 is rough.
I had never like sat down and fully watched any of the Terminator movies. I had just seen like
I have a very, very important question for you. Okay, have you ever seen the Alien movies?
No.
not in full.
Oh my god. Okay, so the only ones that you need to watch is 1 and 2. 3 is shit. And Alien vs Predator is just fucking laughable. Actually, watch those because they are cringy as fuck. You remember like Freddy vs Jason?
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's about as cheesy as that. But the first and the second one are actual horrors. Well, the first one is a horror. The second one is more like a thriller.
I don't watch Alien. Never watch Alien. Never gonna watch Alien.
See, here's the thing with Freddy vs. Jason. On some levels,
I'm not.
it's so bad. It's
I'm
good.
not watching it.
But
I'm done. No offense.
You know, truly, I'm super excited to introduce the
YouTube.
Air Fryer Grill.
So guys, I'm gonna do some videos later. I'm playing some Forza 3 later on the channel. Not gonna go off. I don't know if I'm going to go off or not, but who knows. So later on today, guys, we will be doing Beastars later on today.
McDonald's celebrated International Women's Day by turning its golden arches upside down. Not to be outdone, In-N-Out Burger changed its name to Adequate Foreplay.
Also, in honor of International Women's Day, Barbie has released a new Amelia Earhart doll. It's the only Barbie that's got to be around here somewhere. Three daycare workers in Chicago are arrested for giving gummy bears laced with sleep-inducing melatonin to a class of 2-year-olds. Worse, they woke them up with cocaine.
West Virginia lawmakers reached a deal with public school teachers to end their strike and give them a 5% pay raise. Good. Nobody's more underpaid than public school teachers. You ever see a faculty parking lot? Teachers drive cars made by companies that don't even make cars. My dad is a public school teacher. He drives a 97 Frigidaire.
Frigidaire.
A family in Australia has discovered what is believed to be the world's oldest message in a bottle, which was thrown into the sea over 130 years ago by a then middle-aged Bernie Sanders.
The Eastern Seaboard was slammed by 2 massive winter storms in 7 days, canceling thousands of flights and leaving millions without power. Now, a third storm may be on the way. Here to explain is weekend update meteorologist Dawn Lazarus.
Ooh, okay. Now, would you have to So yeah, guys, we're gonna do some other stuff later, guys. After these videos are with, I'm gonna play some Forza. Just for fun. It's nice right now in Australia, hot and humid. Tired to have 2 videos up.
Well, last week we had 6 Democratic candidates, and this week it's become like my dad's favorite radio station, just the oldies. Joe Biden is now the front runner and just picked up
88. Okay. Yes.
Primary. It makes sense that Michigan would love Biden because he kind of looks like a ham trying to touch a lady's hair.
Be careful what you said, dude. You're gonna get your ass kicked.
I gotta say, honestly, I could not be more excited for Biden-Trump debates. They're gonna be the first debates that have to be moderated by a Jamaican nurse. As well as the only debates that air on the Turner Classic Movie Channel.
We don't get that channel.
Ask about anything political. I want all the questions to be like, who is the greatest slugger of the 50s? Who's your favorite white boxer? At this point, between Bernie, Biden, and Trump, I think the next debate should just be on that cruise ship. And whichever one of them can beat coronavirus becomes our next president.
Actually, that makes perfect sense.
I don't know who's going to win the nomination, but watch watching white people fight over these old dudes is hilarious. I don't even care who wins, just as long as they beat Trump. I'm not even really a Democrat. I just vote not Republican.
I don't vote for no one. I vote independently.
To me, I mean, I'll use them because
09.
yeah.
Okay. Next one's 09. 09? Yeah, 09.
Both Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders are actively courting Elizabeth Warren's endorsement, but I gotta say, the pantsuits are a little much. President Trump attacked Biden over his recent gaffes, saying there's something going on there. And Trump should know because there's definitely something going on there, too. I mean, a few days ago, he did this.
Hug the American flag. Who's it? It's just the American flag.
You can't say someone else is losing it and then whisper "I love you" to a flag. That's like saying, "Oh man, this guy lost his marbles," but you're saying it to a mannequin. Then Trump visited the Centers for Disease Control and bragged about his knowledge of the coronavirus, saying this.
Every one of these doctors said, "How do you know so much about this? Maybe I have a natural ability. Maybe I should have done that instead of running for president."
Oh my God. We're all gonna die.
Do,
I don't know,
do.
guys. I mean, maybe Trump's born with it, or
Maybe it's brain disease.
I don't know. You know, I found out that the odds of us catching coronavirus are about as high as us ending up on Saturday Night Live. And here we are, Colin. So we both gonna catch it. Yeah, we had a good run. I mean, we accomplished a lot.
Forza Horizon.
Can you believe we both almost got to marry Scarlett Johansson?
It was announced Friday that South by Southwest has been canceled because of the coronavirus. Meanwhile, coronavirus is set to headline Coachella. And breaking news today, it turns out
Horizon.
at the conservative CPAC conference, which was attended by Trump and Pence, has tested positive for coronavirus. Worse, it was the guy in charge of handling Trump's flag.
I know this is just bullshit news, but still, it's hilarious as hell.
Still driving the old model, huh?
The wheel existed already, asshole. The wheel existed in 5000 BC.
Just use Auto Trader. It's the only one with Kelly Blue Girl. Tells you if the price is good.
It's Weekend Update. Oh, my big baby boy. Oh.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm Michael Che. I'm Colin Jost. This week was Mental Illness Awareness Week, and trust me, we're aware. President and active bioweapon Donald Trump took his doctors hostage and broke out of the hospital like Sarah Connor in Terminator 2.
You notice he turned
He's been in a coma and thought the year was 2016 because he started demanding Hillary's emails and for the feds to arrest Obama. And then he released a series of odd videos from the White House that started like this.
Perhaps you recognize me. It's your favorite president.
Actually, I barely recognize you because your makeup artist seems to have given you the Dolazol. And also, why does it look like there's a green screen behind you? It's a little suspicious when you green screen yourself into the place where you already are. It looks like you're shooting a commercial for a Staten Island wedding venue. Make all your romantic dreams come true at the White House. Want to do a big-ass wedding with no masks? The White House.
President Trump claimed to have survived the coronavirus. Yay.
Forza Horizon 3.
But it kind of feels like when there's a car crash and the only survivor is the drunk driver.
Part 20.
Trump said him getting COVID was, quote, a blessing from God. And I bet even
tried, yeah.
Actually, maybe we should be more optimistic about this. I mean, there's two ways we can look at it. Either Trump's telling the truth and we finally have a cure for COVID, or Trump is lying and he's still gonna die. I'm not gonna say that's a win-win, but it's definitely not a lose-lose. No?
I also have to say, it's amazing to watch a guy have a near-death experience and learn nothing from it. It's like watching someone smoke through the hole in their neck. In fact, Trump is now trying to convince Americans that COVID actually makes you stronger and that it made him feel better than he did 20 years ago. So he went from COVID as a hoax to COVID will disappear one day like a miracle. And now he's like, actually, COVID is the miracle. And it was
He's cuckoo.
But hey, if getting COVID is good, then his supporters are in luck because this was him at a rally last week when he had corona.
You're an asshole, Trump.
Come on, look at him. He's like an evil Oprah. You're getting COVID. You're getting COVID. You're getting COVID. And look under your seats. It's a ventilator.
20.
Dark show. President Trump said that a therapeutic drug from Regeneron, which is derived from stem cells, is a cure for COVID, which seems unlikely, unfounded, irresponsible,
and stupid.
Baby juice stock. I call it baby juice. It's kind of funny that these old Republicans are so anti-abortion when it comes to everybody else, but then they do a complete 180 and see if stem cells can save their lives or when I get their daughter pregnant.
Okay, I need to charge this up real quick. I need to charge you up, computer, because you're almost dead. I don't know why it keeps happening. This computer is like, that's a new computer. I thought it would have the problems, but new computers have the same problem that older computers have. They die a lot.
We had a breakthrough with the Volkswagen. We did? Yes, we broke through. That's the Volkswagen. That's the crossboard.
Hope I don't get copied. I hope I don't lose the videos. Because if I lose the videos, I'm going to be very, very pissed.
I'm Colin Jost. Well, the final presidential debate took place on Thursday, and the actual CNN headline after was, Trump behaved more like a regular person.
Wow. Almost 2 hours of me doing nothing. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I want to watch something, but there's nothing good to watch. 3 hours ago.
And okay, so where else can you do
YouTube, DOJ, GTA 5.
at the same time in the Power Cell Air?
Like DOJ. It's not right. It is. How was if you actually did that? What made yourself in your truck? Made yourself in your company.
Damn. But what is this? What is this guy doing? Driving like a goddamn maniac. This guy in his truck.
So yeah, how's everyone doing this afternoon? It's already 1 o'clock almost, 15 to 1. I've been on for almost 2 hours, doing nothing. I gotta do B-Stars later on today.
Well, Charles told the girls out too. Yeah, I mean, but how long is it going to take for a cop to come over here? You know, 4.5 years. You think it's ready? Yeah, probably. I mean, unless someone's gonna shoot us or something, or I mean,
Well,
They shoot some flares.
we'll have to have one of these hippies here in this
Yeah.
park call the cops on us.
Yeah, we'll do it through the chat or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
911 calls.
I'm counting it off.
3, 2, 1, go. Absolute.
So I'm gonna play some Forza Horizon 3, guys, in a little bit.
Take long.
Take along.
Watch yourself, Redwood.
Wait, later on today you're gonna have to duplicate. Yeah, later on today we have to duplicate.
Oh shit! I hit the brakes. I actually hit the brakes. Bugs never does. He just smashed the brakes. He never does. In practice, how many times did I hit the brakes, complete stop, and he just smashes the back end of me?
I wonder.
Jeez.
I'm gonna look that before we do Forza Horizon.
Horrible crap.
But
Oh my
I wonder if there's houses for sale at that trailer park or not.
Amazing.
Was there? I don't know. I never actually went to the trailer park to find out.
Time to make up. Yeah, you're gonna need that.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Don't worry about it.
God damn, we can't catch Volcat.
Don't you say my
Where's
name in
Rex?
vain.
Rex here. Right here's Rex's.
Damn it.
Don't mind the log.
Behind Rex's.
Uh-oh.
Where's that?
Lager beer.
Oh, I
There
don't
we
even know
go.
where you guys are at. I don't know if
Jeez,
I'm
I
about to
can't-
lap you or if you guys are about to pass me.
I'm
What the
behind.
fuck?
I'm not.
First,
I'm behind you.
moment we
but-
start recording, I
Okay.
can't fucking drive for my life. It's flying around this track, no problem.
Yeah.
Now it's just trash. We lost that aerodynamic force off the front after we lost.
I think
our
we need a.
piece
I
of
think
that
we need a
41.
caution here.
Yeah, we do. The Polecat is leading now.
Yeah.
They-
Yeah, we'll get a caution here. Get a caution, grab a beer, we'll be ready for round 2.
Yeah.
As NASCAR would call it, stage 2. All right. How close was he? I think he was about to lap our asses, man. He was
Yeah.
about to.
I mean, I had him inside. I just couldn't catch up to him.
Yeah,
All right.
that's all right.
All
Ready
right.
to go.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
3 wide 3 is just not beautiful.
It's not legit. Oh, you capture.
damn
I'm
41
trying
car's
not
a
to-
damn dirty
Right
racer.
next to the Napster.
Damn dirty driver.
Not a dirty drive, right? Oh God.
Sandking.com. Check it out.
Yeah.
Forward
Get
slash
that thing,
Volcat.
to practice.
Yeah, that's
Well,
like
check out that
all
log.
That's a lot of speed there. Damn.
Oh, overdrove it a little bit. Oh, that damn 41.
Oh.
I'm giving you room. I don't want to, but I am. Piece of shit.
Don't worry, he won't.
That's fucked up.
Oh, that slide on the inside. John. Getting heated up. Oh, shit, I overdrove it. Damn. That worked out for you, and it worked out for the motor shot.
Coming through with the 57 sneak.
57 sneak.
Making a loud shit.
Classic 57 sneak.
Oh, almost a log.
It's getting
Watch the
down
ball.
there.
Oh God.
Shit, I got into the 41. I definitely got in 41. I'm sorry about that. God damn.
57 takeover for the win.
Heinz 57 up there.
Oh,
Shit.
fuck. Got
Yeah.
back into 57. He's got that EMS 4.
Yeah, that's it.
Check his
Yeah,
car.
that's
Rolling
more.
EMS 3.
Check his car.
After
Check the
race.
footage.
God damn. Oh, shit. Now it's starting to heat up a little bit there. Just a little bit. A little overzealous there with that horn, man.
Ooh.
Oh, shitty.
Oh.
Damn.
GTA logic.
We lose one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
It did that.
no.
No, it's all right. It just did that desync thing where we touched, and then like on my screen, it was worse than it actually was.
Yeah. Because when we touched, it was just a slight touch, and then I looked back and I saw your side of
It
it.
is.
It was worse than it actually was. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what is this? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'll throw a gas can at your car. What the fuck
Oh,
does this
what
look
the
like?
fuck is that? A flare?
Absolutely. You're breaking the caution.
That's okay. That's the caution flag. I got you. Caution out. Caution out. Back him down, driver. All right. Before this stage, we're gonna call them the 911.
Yeah. Who wants to do it?
I'll do it.
All right.
I'm racing behind Rex.
There, I'll give you postal is 700, Interstate 1, Norway, whatever one floats for both.
Okay. Yes, Norway.
Norway.
There we go.
That's, it sounds like it sounds,
Raceway.
yeah, it sounds like a raceway, like Sonora Way.
Yep, it is. All right, I'm ready
bring
to
my
go.
car through a. Oh well, I was gonna bring my car through a pit stop, and
Nope,
we get
no pit
gas.
stops.
I'm gonna get
No
gas.
pit stops.
Oh, shut the fuck up, or I'll make it 3
I
feet.
will light you on fire.
I get you gas.
I'll light you on fire.
While you're holding that gas can, I'll
I'm the
shoot
one
a
in
flare
the-
on you.
Light your fire positions. Watch like 35,000 cops be here in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So. I don't want to have a gas can when I get out, so there we go.
Perfect.
All right.
Ready to go.
Let's do it.
Oh shit, I'm sideways.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my
you and the
god.
fucking flares.
Flare.
Oh shit, we got
I'm
a 911.
Trying to be easy on this.
Oh, there's a
this
whole bunch of
watch
racers
those
at
running.
700 Sonora Way. You might want to go check them out.
Oh my god.
Oh, go!
He's rolling.
Yes. I got. They kind of noticed me, so I'm running out of the area now. Hopefully, you send officers.
Should we caution that?
That motherfucker that was just
Thank
down
you.
there in the corner just called the cops.
Yeah, that guy
Piece of
running.
shit.
Should we caution it?
He's dead. Somebody hit him with their car.
Well, that's
Caution's
what he
out for
gets.
that. Definitely.
That's what he
It's that
gets.
man.
Shit.
I nearly died on that.
Let's have a quick caution.
Well, he did die on that.
Yep,
So
quick
be
yellow.
thankful.
Ready to do it.
Quickie yellow. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh yeah. Never did that to the horse.
What the Lord of the month?
Oh, the inside of his
Kill him again.
Watch the tree, watch the tree.
He's just running that body over and over again.
Oh, every time it's the Sand King. Shit.
I don't know how to. It wasn't on my screen. It looked like you were fine. That was weird.
No, I didn't hit the